Hey guys, welcome to Rift, free-to-play MMO, much in the style of World of Warcraft, EverQuest. Go and kill 16 of these, here's a stack of experience and some gold. And today we're going to be playing with, well actually I'm going to be trying to level my dwarf warrior, yes indeed, or as I call him, the dwarf in his Tighty Whities. Yes indeed, you have an option if you press C and get your character screen up. You can have the wardrobe page, and you can actually turn off the visibility of certain objects. So I can put his armoured tunic back on, but I think Dwarf and his Tighty Whities will be a lot more fun. So let's begin as we mean to go on. I do have an experience file, so we will take one of those. And there's going to be 40% bonus experience. Speak with the person over here. Now I've got my soul tree, so I'm going to spend some points in here and spend all. Save and exit. Now this is get my ability bar up. Actually, one of the things I like about this game is this game is full of lots of little things that make it really good. So to start with, I can import the UI that I've got set up, and I can import everything. And the UI, the key bindings, macros, chat settings, game settings, and miscellaneous settings. They can all be imported from one of my characters. So I'm going to import it from my other dwarf, and it will immediately try and refresh the screen. There's my DPS meter. Stick that down there for the minute. Then what else have we got in the character sheet? Well, we have mounts. So I have a spider mount, and an ancient tartagon, and a horse. That's one of the joys of being a long-time subscriber to the game. When it went free to play, you got a whole stack of free goodies. Abilities, press the P button to get your abilities. So you get survivalist and fishing, two new skills that were introduced. Everybody starts with those. But let's have a look at the skills I've got now. Bull Rush, which is my charging ability, which is already down here. Found lock. There's a little lock down on the toolbar on the left-hand side there. So if I move my Bull Rush over and my Power Strike, which is what's called a builder. You have builders and finishers, and exactly the same way as a rogue had in World of Warcraft. You have builders and finishers, and it does exactly the same here. And warriors have them as well. Rogues have them in this game to build 5 points. In this game, warriors build 3 points. So it's pretty good actually. It's quite a nice system. Graphically very pretty. And when you do buff yourself, you tend to know about it. And so does everybody around you. Now, he's a properly dressed chap. He's got his bowler hat on. So this is what a quest handed looks like. That little symbol above the head. Yes, it is indeed. Right, there we got our first quest. Go and kill 4 Ashen Defilers. Lesser healing potion, 900 XP and 19 silver. And that looks pretty good, really nice. There's a few explosions being sent out. There's for those of you who have any idea about the lore, there's the King's Castle in the far distance over there. There's the town of Ardenburg. So we're going to go and find some mobs to go and kill, so I can kill them. Charge is a very nice looking charge. And as you see there, immediately 3 swords have appeared underneath my health bar. Health and energy bar, and that is those are used to power my special abilities, which means in this game a warrior never suffers that annoying rage starvation that you can sometimes get if you're in a group or even on your own. You just cannot get the rage up in World of Warcraft. In this you don't need to. You are self-powering your own abilities. Now normally get to 3 I would use a finisher. I haven't got one yet. When I level up I will get one. I'm pretty sure I'll get one. Now I'm not going to go into the soul tree. Sorry, not the soul tree. Into the soul tree, the talent trees. I'm not going to go into that because that will be covered later. You have to get a quest for that now to be told about it, and then I'll try and expand a little bit on it. It looks fairly daunting, but it's not. There we go. So we just leveled up. So if I collect 4 imbued swords, I get an Ascension Claymore, 2-handed weapon, and an Ascension Axe, which is a 1-handed weapon. So I get a soul point to spend, and it got spent for me because I'm using a preset build. the soul points are automatically allocated for me. I can at any point reset my soul, do it again, and do it how I want to do it. But for simplicity's sake, I'm just going to go for a preset soul for the Dwarf and his Tighty Whities. Right, now to use the finisher. There we go. That's much nicer. So 29s, 28s. I suppose that one over there has an aggro because he normally aggroes. So 28s, 29s with my builders and 60 with my finisher. So you can see a nice big finisher there is, oh, a critter 45 with a basic attack. So yeah, you can see the finishing moves do a good bit of extra damage. And we'll have a much more in-depth look at the soul trees later on. There is no best class. Warriors can do very good DPS, mages can do very good DPS. I really do think it's one of those few times where you actually get a game you think, yes, everybody's fairly equal. So there we go with my large sharp lump of metal with a handle. Can't really call it a sword, it's not really a sword, it's just a sharp lump of metal with a sword, with a handle, sorry. 77 XP for discovering Ardenburg. Hello Ardenburg! And there's a quest turn in for those imbued swords. She wants the imbued swords. Now, the quest chain has been streamlined immensely. Before, he would give you a quest as well. You can talk to almost everybody in this game, by the way. It's a very, very social game. You can talk to almost everybody. 2 more soul points to spend. They were spent for me. I will equip myself with a 2-handed sword. That's much better. You can talk to him. And there in the chat box, yes, a little bit he speaks. In the meantime, let's go and get some horrors. And let's finish off this thing. Ardenburg Horror. Yes, indeed. Sounds like a Call of Cthulhu adventure, the Ardenburg Horror. Yes, indeed. Graphically, I just like this game. It's just so nice. You're doing. You actually feel like you're actually hacking your opponent to pieces. When you charge, that fly through the air charge move, that's really nice. And the variety of builds that you can have with the classes is amazing. Warriors can be pet owners. The Beastmaster has its own pet. So no longer are hunters and mages, or hunters and warlocks and elementalists just the pet owner. No, warriors can have pets, mages can have pets in the shape of elementals and members of the undead fraternity. Warriors can have pets with their Beastmaster. Rogues can obviously have pets because they count as the hunter class. Clerics can have pets. They can have fairies and satyrs, sort of ethereal mystical creatures. They can be pets. So yeah, everybody can have a pet class if you so wanted to. Warriors even do have a caster class, which baffles the hell out of me, but there we go. Soldier's Bearings, another buff, and we'll have that, thank you very much. So, buff myself with that. You see the buffs there on the top right hand corner. So I've got to go over here and pray at this altar and what's left of the church. That's fine, I'll do that. I did get close enough to him to do a charge, that's good. Or sorry, far enough away from him to be able to do a charge. You can't charge if you're too close, unless you get a special ability. Right, there we go. We shall pray. And pray to the altar of Barholt. And I got a new quest. And you see, it's the same quest, it's just had an extra bit added on, which I quite like. So it gives you a feeling of a more epic quest line. Rather than I've just gone and killed 6 of these and come back again. I've actually killed 6 of these, and then whilst killing those 6 of those I realised I need to kill 4 of these, and you just continue. It just expands the quest line. It's quite nice. I quite like it. No, that didn't count. Okay, he died too early. There we go. 3 deathbound thralls have died. The sound effects are quite awesome. As I say, graphically, it is a very, very pretty game. It makes World of Warcraft really show its age. I know they've got the new patch coming out, which, or next expansion, will have the upgraded graphics. But at the moment, I mean, this game is 3 years old, 4 years old, 3 years old, I think, and it still looks good. There have been numerous reports of its untimely demise. It's been pulled. It's dead. Everybody's been sacked. No, it's still going fairly strong. I mean, it's got about 10 servers in the EU, 10, 12 servers in the EU. It's got quite a decent server list, mixed between PvE and PvP. You know, French, German. I think there's a Russian server as well. Now I can show you my mount here because I'm going to travel a little bit distance. So here's my spindrel. Yes, indeed, it is a spider. I can't really get down low enough to show you the mouth parts. But trust me, the mouth parts do wibble around. Nice camera controls like you would expect in most modern MMOs. There we go. Come along. Hello. Yes, we will. Dragons being the bad guys. Yes, I do want to equip that Time War pouch and those boots. Thank you. Right, Deathbound Rangers, Deathbound Soldiers, and Deathbound Sorcerers. How difficult can it be? Oh, and I leveled up, so I spend another soul point. And both the rogues are busy by the looks of it. Okay. Cut the sorcerer into a lot of tiny little pieces. Now your skills, you don't have levels in skills. This was one of the first MMOs to go over to it scales with your level, which was quite nice. I will not argue as to whether World of Warcraft did it first or Rift did it first, but whatever. It's a good. I think it's a good move. It's a sensible move, and it keeps the game flowing quite nicely. None of this having to run back to your trainer to get new things. Nope, just keep going out of the game, actually playing the game, not running back to your trainer, and I think that's very important. And as I will keep saying throughout this video, alright, this series of videos hopefully, this is a game of little things that make a okay game or a good game really good. I like the game, but what makes it really good are all the little things that impress me. I like the wardrobe option, I like the character customization, though that isn't quite so important. You know, you can have your hair colour, etc., etc. I don't tend to really see myself that much, so for me it doesn't really matter what I look like. But if it doesn't, one of those things that does matter to you, you can create a character with quite a large range of options, and it's an awful lot of fun. I like the game a lot. As I say, it's free to play. You can, of course, use microtransactions to buy extra goodies. If you were a long-time subscriber, as I was, then you also got a whole stack of new goodies, free goodies, and yeah, all in all, it is an enjoyable game. A handsome-looking chap, isn't he? As he teleports away. Now, fortunately, this game, this time of the morning, it's 6 a.m., 6:17 a.m., so there's not very many people on, which is good. Take down that mechanical monstrosity. Now, I am forming a part of the force of the Guardians, so I do not link mechanical contrivances and machines and techno magic. He makes his escape. He's a story character, so this is all part of a storyline. But you'll see Orpheal again as an effect. Basically a construct. Right, some trousers. Yes, please, I'll have some trousers. Would I like to speak to him? Yes, I will go speak to him. Spend the soul points as well, and I get Savage Sweep. Now, Savage Sweep is another builder, but it's an AoE builder, so you would basically be able to hit up to 6 targets. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this. I'm going to unlock my toolbar, and move those across and put that down, because that's a good opener. Actually, I'm going to put it this end. And so in the button pressing, it would be 1 to charge, then it would be 4, 2, 2, 3 to build up the, well, actually, it would charge to build up 1. The Savage Sweep will cause them to bleed for a little bit, and then a Power Strike to build me my 3rd, and then a Punishing Blow to finish them. So, cleanse a Shadow Touched horse. Let's go. Very pretty. There's a rift up there, death rift up there. It's very pretty. And there's the bleed effect on him. And there he goes. Shade Touch Horse. So I'm going to rescue that. There we go. Away I go. And so the starting zone quests have been trimmed down so much and have been streamlined. You used to have a quest to take over the catapults and bombard various bad guys on the battlefield, but that's gone now as well. Park the horse in the corral, and it magically vanishes. Right, yes, we'll have a healing potion. Actually, I'll put you up there. So I'll take the healing potion. Disable the rift. Get a new axe. Can I borrow a steed? No, actually I've got my own. It's okay, don't worry about it. I've brought my own. And away we go to the Death Rift. This is really the end of the starting zone, but if you've played the original starting zone, you see how much quicker this is. There's an elite boss. Oh, this is not going to go well. Thank the Vigil for their assistance. Haha. Yes. Right, die. And well done, you. I'll destroy that with my large hammer. That's 1 down. I feel the urge to kill somebody. Pressing the wrong button there. Why can I not get the... That'll do. Couldn't get the bleed effect on him. Right, that's those shut down. And a bit of a storyline scene now, to give a bit of background, etc. So this is the king. I've been brought back to life to deal with him. That's our king. The king of the Mathosia. And there's Regulus, the big bad dragon. I don't know why he just doesn't come down and kill us. It's never quite. I've never quite worked that one out. But here is his avatar. This is what is now commonly referred to as Regulus. When did you last actually meet the ultimate bad guy? Before level 10. But that is the ultimate bad guy. And here we come, some more mobs being brought in. Oh, I just leveled up. Lucky me. And dealing with these mini dragons. And these are dragonettes, if you like, mini dragons. I spend my soul point, yes please. Improves one of my skills, stats. To kill this two-headed giant. Looks awesome, doesn't it? That's an Etin. So there's the big bad guy himself. But fortunately we are buffed to be able to take down the Shade of Regulus. And he will die! There will be a cutscene which I'm going to skip out of because it's just boring.